Alrighty, I have no idea. Let's see if this will work. So if I click out, good afternoon geometry. Okay, this is like take 136. So let's cross our fingers and hopefully this is the one you guys see. As you know, this is Wednesday. I'm not here. I'm downtown, but we have a test today, and I thought maybe you guys would miss me. So I made a video recording of the CFAs that you guys took on Friday. Hopefully you picked them up yesterday on Tuesday, and you're able to view this at home, but if not, put your earplugs in. I told the sub that you could watch this before you took your test. Reminder, you can use this on your test. If you need to, pause, play, rewind, take notes, because you can use that on your test. Alright, here we go. Let's see how you did. The first one, you should be on the one that says formative assessment number 1. First question says, which of the following are non-collinear? Reminder, non-collinear means not on the same line. Go by process of elimination. I have DIA. DIA, they're on the same lines. That one's not it. DCG. D, C, G. Notice 3 of them not on the same line. 2 of them are, but not all 3. So I'm going to stop right there, and that's my winner. Next question. Which geometric shape is modeled by a laser beam? Laser beam, think Star Wars. And that would have to be a line. I'm going to skip 3 because I need to move my screen, and you guys can't see it right now. So let's go to 5. 5 says E and F are collinear. Reminder, collinear means on the same line. Which 2 points are collinear with E and F? So A and D would work. You would have to put A and D. Those are the only 2 because they're all 4 on the same line. 6. Name a point that is not coplanar with N. Alright, coplanar means on the same plane. And if it doesn't want a point that is on this plane, which one is it? I would have taken G or A. And the last question, how many planes are shown in this figure for number 3? Scooting back. Well, a triangle has 3 sides, and the base makes 4, and it's on top of this plane right here. So 4 plus 1 is 5. People who don't know Espanol, that's 5. How'd you guys do on the first one? I took off a couple review questions, so don't worry about that. Turn it over. Let's go to assessment number 3. Notice there was, heading back, 6 questions, and I took out 4 of them, and you only have to do 2. You're welcome. Thank you, Miss Bratfold. You're welcome. Thought I'd fill in the cracks for you since I'm not there. Alright, distance formula. Distance formula is, reminder, D equals this square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. Now some of you might have put x1 minus x2. That is fine. You had to put y1 minus y2 over here. Alright, label what you know. P is, let's call it x1, y1 because they're the first points listed. Q is x2, y2. Now plug in what we know and simplify. So I have the square root of x2 is 5 minus x1 is 2 squared plus y2 is 4 minus 3 squared. Now it's just simple math. So I have 5 minus 2 squared is 3 squared plus 4 minus 3 squared is 1 squared. You with me so far? If not, pause. Catch up. Alright, 3 squared is 9. 1 squared is 1. So my answer is a square root of 10. Now reminder, if it's under 100, I want you to reduce the radical. If you can. Radical 10 cannot be broken down, so that is my answer. Do not give me a decimal. I do not want a decimal. We're in honors geometry. Leave it as a radical. Alright, number 2. Again, distance. Using the distance formula. D equals the square root of, let's go x1 this time, minus x2 squared plus y1 minus y2 squared. Reminder, it doesn't matter if you put x2 or x1 as long as your second set of parentheses has to match. Alright, label people. x1, y1, x2, y2. The more work you show me, and if you were to get it wrong, the more points you would get. Alright, here we go. The radical of -2 minus a -1 squared plus 7 minus a -3 squared. Did we get those all in? We had a lot of negatives in there. Alright, here we go. 2 negatives make a positive. Go ahead and switch those. Now let's reduce. So I have -1 squared plus 10 squared. Is that right? Yep. And I have radical of 1 plus 100 is the square root of 101. Again, I cannot break up the square root of 101, so that just stays there. How'd you do? You're going to have at least 2 of those problems on your test. So if you don't understand, pause, rewind, see what you did wrong. If that doesn't help you, go to YouTube. If that doesn't help you, go to your book. Lots of resources. Go to a partner before your test. Alright, turn it over. Now we're on midpoint. So what do you think we're going to be using? Ding, 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 ding. Midpoint formula. Reminder, 2 of them. Single line, double line. Number 1, we're doing a double line. Here's 1, here's 2 lines. So that's double. So that would be this formula. x1 plus x2 over 2 and y1 plus y2 over 2. Ooh, I got something in my eye. Oh, here we go. Before you can even start, label your points. P is at what point? Coordinate points. It's at 1, and the x value is at 3. Q is at -3, and I went up 1. 1. Alright. Using this formula, label these points. Now, why did I label Q x1, x2? Because I can. I could have labeled them x2, y2. It doesn't matter. And fill it in. So we have x1 is -3 plus 1 divided by 2. y1 is 1 plus 3 divided by 2. Doing your math here, I got -2 over 2 and 4 over 2. Still fractions. You can reduce those, people. -1, 2. Now, if I was to graph it, how'd it look? You don't have to. I just want to see how'd it look. 1 over 1 up 2. Hey, that looks pretty darn good. Also, leave your answers in a coordinate format. Do not say x equals 1 and y equals 2, because that would be wrong. It wants the midpoint. Midpoint is 2 points, x and y. Or 1 point, but labeled in the coordinate. Alright, number 2. M is the midpoint of PQ. N is the midpoint of MQ. L is the midpoint of MN. That's a lot of words. I don't know what it means unless it has a picture. Maybe you can do it without a picture, but boy, you're real good. That's cool. Draw a picture. Helps you out. Usually the first 2 points it gives you, like PQ right here, usually those are your endpoints. So let's go with PQ. And I'll go PQ. And it said M is in the middle. So if it's in the middle, I'm going to guess it's right there. So if it's in the middle, I know PM and MQ are equal measurements. Then it said N is in the midpoint of MQ. So that means in the middle again, right about there maybe. I'm going to label that N. Again, MN and NQ are equal. And then it said L, getting a little, there we go. L is in the midpoint of MN. So L would be, not saying right about there, pretty darn close. And ML and LN are equal. Label what we know. Measurement of ML is 4. So from here to here, that is 4. Well, we also know that L is in the midpoint of MN. So if LM is 4, what is LN? Ding, ding, ding. 4. Okay. Are we there yet? Because we need to find what is it from L to Q. I'm still missing NQ. We'll go back. N is in the middle of MQ. So if MN is 8, how much is N to Q? 8. Nice. Now you guys are catching on. Alrighty. So we have LQ. 4 plus 8 gives me how much? 12. How'd you do? Probably the hardest question on this page. Number 1, draw a picture. Number 2, label what you know. And 3, do deductive reasoning. So go step by step by step. Alrighty, for Given B and C, find the midpoint. Well, it's a two-step or two-line problem. I know B and I know C, and I'm looking for the midpoint. So we have to do that that midpoint formula. X1 plus X2 divided by 2. Y1 plus Y2 divided by 2. Label what you know. X1, Y1. X2, Y2. Alright, you labeled what you know. Plug and chug. -2 plus 4 over 2. And y1 is 0 plus a -4 over 2. Now it's just simple math. -2 plus 4 is 2 divided by 2. And 0 plus a -4 is -4 over 2. Whew. Alright, so my midpoint is 1, -2. So that is the middle of B and C. If I had to draw a picture, hopefully the middle would be pretty darn close. Well, it shouldn't be pretty darn close. It should be awesome. Alright, one more. Turn it over. 7. Use this picture for problems 1 through 4. So we have one, naming it cute. A cute, oh, it has a little word in it. Cute. Small. Look for less than 90. Alright, we got a couple options in here. We could have said angle COD. Make sure you have your angle mark. We could have said angle AEO. Oh, Miss Brapple said it wrong. AOE. AOE. Reminder, your vertex is O, so that has to be your middle term. You could have also said BOC. BOC. A BOC. Alright, second question. Name a right angle. Notice there's this box right there. Right angle. There's two options. You could have said AOB. Or you could have gone over here and said, well, if this is 90, over here it's be 90 because it makes a straight line. So you could have also said angle BOD. Had to have one of those two. Number 3, name an obtuse angle. Obtuse. Large and in charge. Over 90 points. So, or 90 degrees. Let's change up the color a little bit. Blue. Obtuse. Well, what about EOB? Yeah, that's obtuse. Angle EOB. What else could have worked? Could you have said DOE? Yeah. Angle DOE. Is there another one? Oh, yeah. Could you have said COA? Yeah. Angle COA. I think that's about it, though. What'd you have? Did they match one of mine? Hope so. Alright. The last one, I'm going to delete this, so if you need it, pause, because I'm moving on. Alright, here we go. Name an adjacent angle. Keyword adjacent. Adjacent. Shares the same line. Same ray. So I have OC and OB for angle BOC. So what two angles share it? There's two of them actually. Could have said angle COD, angle COD, and that's going to share this line, CO. Or you could have said angle BOA, angle BOA, because that would have shared side BO. Either one of those would have worked. Two more. In the figure number 5, QT bisects UQR. So QT bisects this whole angle. Reminder, I'm a frog and you're in biology and you bisect, you're making two equal parts. So if you bisect an angle, you're making two equal angles. So QUT is congruent to TQR. Yeah, that works. Alright. And then I told you UQT, that's this angle, is 12a plus 9. And TQR is 18a minus 9. Well, if they equal each other, what do you think you're going to do? Yeah, set them equal to each other. 12a plus 9 equals 18a minus 9. Ba-ding! Now it's just math, pre-algebra. If you don't know pre-algebra, go back. Otherwise, come and get help. 12a, subtracting from both sides. 9 equals 6a minus 9. Add 9 to both sides. You with me so far? A equals 3. We are done. You don't even have to fill it in. It's not even asking you for an angle. It just wants to know what A is. Alright, last but not least, number 6. Said M angle DGE. Reminder, M means measurement. So if the measurement of angle DGE, this angle right here, is 52 degrees, and the measurement of angle FGE is 90 degrees because that means a right angle. What is a measurement of DGE? That is all two or both angles combined. So part plus part equals whole. So 90 plus 52 equals 142. Brain fart. So the measurement of angle DGF equals 142, and that is it. Normally on a typical CFA day, you'd only have 1 or 2 of these, but because we were lacking on time, we had all 4, but I crossed off a lot of the reviews. Look to see how did you do. Go back over this video if you need more help. Go on YouTube. That's awesome. Look up some videos about maybe distance formula, midpoint formula. If you want more, go to your books. There's lots of examples in your books. Ask a neighbor if they're not testing yet. Otherwise, good luck. Reminder, this will be your first grade. As long as all of your homework is in, you can do retakes. Hopefully you don't need retakes, but it's going to be over 4 standards. And that is point sign, planes, square roots, not square roots, point sign, plane, distance formula, midpoint formula, and last but not least, angles. Alright, good luck. See you guys on Friday.